Alrighty, so in this video I'm going to talk about a few reasons why, well, the main reasons pretty much as to why people don't like Halo Reach. So I'm going to cover that. And before I get into that, though, I just want to mention that I know my videos aren't the greatest. I don't do much work as far as doing these videos goes. I don't really do any editing, and it's just me sitting here fucking talking from my mind. I'm not like writing this stuff down and really planning it out. I'm not really doing that. I'm just kind of just saying how I feel right now, right here. So in this video, I'm going to do things a little differently. I kind of wrote down what I want to say just a little bit, so I seem a little more organized, because I know in my previous videos I'm kind of all over the place and I repeat myself a little bit, and yeah. Not the greatest videos, I know. I'm not very good at this kind of thing. I mean, I make good points, and I'm smart about what I say, but, like, you know, I do repeat myself a lot and just kind of hesitate a lot, and I fail to sometimes remember what I want to say, and I get kind of, like, deadlocked, and I'm just kind of sitting there going, what the fuck was I going to say? God damn it. So, yeah, doing these kinds of videos is harder than I thought, because, you know, it's easy to get sidetracked and whatnot, and it's hard to remember everything you want to say in a short time frame. But, you know, whatever, you know, nobody's perfect, and I'm not very good at this stuff, so I just want you to know. And if I offend you, you know, with some of the things I say about the games I'm talking about, you know, that's cool, whatever. It's not a big deal. Like, I'm sure most people will agree with what I have to say, but if you don't, maybe there's a good reason why you feel that way. Maybe there's a stupid-ass reason why you feel that way. Who knows? But I'm just saying what I feel like saying, because I like doing these kind of videos. It's kind of fun. Anyway, now let's get into it. The Halo Reach, as to why people don't like the game. I wrote this shit down so it would be a little more organized. You gotta ask yourself, what are the reasons why people don't like Reach? And number one I came up with is that it came after ODST, and ODST is a overpriced expansion to Halo 3, basically, and it didn't have matchmaking, which is really fucked up, and that pissed off a lot of people. So naturally, Halo fans at that time were not too excited for Halo Reach. They felt like Bungie kind of fucked them on ODST, so it makes sense that a lot of Halo players would be kind of hesitant towards the next Halo game. But, you know, of course you'd feel that way. If you didn't like the last one very much, you're probably not looking forward to the next one very much, right? So that kind of got people in kind of a bitter mood towards Halo. And the second reason people don't like Reach is it's a spin-off. You know, spin-offs for the most part in movies and video games, they usually get more hate than the main story games or movies or whatever. Like, come on, Master Chief and Cortana are our big heroes of the Halo games, and Halo Reach only features them briefly as cameos, basically. And so they're not really part of the game Halo Reach. So there's a lot of Halo fans out there that just have a huge boner for Master Chief, you know? And since he's not really a thing in the game, that really turns them off, and so those people don't like the game simply because they don't get to play as their boyfriend Master Chief. So, you know, they got a point, I guess. Not really, but, you know, you should know what you're getting into. This game isn't about Master Chief. It's about the planet Reach and what happened there and Spartans that fought there and whatnot. I guess you could be a little disappointed that the game wasn't about Master Chief on Reach, but, you know, there's a book that does that, and Bungie wanted to do their own thing. Anyway, I'll talk about that a little more later. The reason number three that people don't like Reach very much is the Call of Duty people. Around the time of Modern Warfare 2 in 2008, when that game launched, it pretty much stole the spotlight away from Halo on the Xbox 360. At that point in time, Halo was no longer the most popular online console shooter. Like, Call of Duty kind of stole the spotlight right there. So because of that, all the Call of Duty people who hate Halo, they started talking mad shit about how Halo sucks and how Call of Duty is better because Call of Duty was being more popular than Halo at the time. So this, of course, made a lot of unjustified and childlike hatred towards Halo from a lot of these dumbass COD kids, and I don't think I have to tell you how stupid the Call of Duty community can be. So since Reach was coming up, since Reach was going to launch really soon at this point, shortly after Modern Warfare 2 launched, like not even like a year later, fucking of course it's going to get a lot of hate because, you know, now Call of Duty is on top, so now they're just talking shit about Halo. So the COD kids, you know, coming out of the woodwork to make fun of Halo, that's kind of a thing. And then we got the, what is this, the fourth reason? Yeah, the fourth reason why people don't like Reach is because the competitive players, Halo players from Halo 2 and Halo 3, a lot of them, they're not really true Halo fans. They just kind of play the game online to try to reach level 50 online. That's pretty much the only reason they really like playing the game. Like, you'll notice that their gamer tags say that they've never even played the Halo 3 campaign. All they do is play the multiplayer ranked and try to get 50s in every playlist. Those kinds of players, they didn't like Reach because there was no 1 through 50 rank, and, well, let's be honest, Halo Reach Arena is not as good as a Halo 2 and Halo 3 rank. You know, so they hate the game right off the bat just because that's the only reason they liked Halo, and without that feature anymore in Halo Reach, that pisses them off. Also, when Reach first launched, it was pretty bad to be taken seriously as a competitive game because of bloom and armor abilities, and a lot of the maps weren't very good. But, you know, later on, eventually, they patched the game up and they added zero bloom, and they took out armor abilities in a lot of playlists. They balanced things more. They added classic maps, you know, and there's CSR ranks online that you can look up, and it got a lot better competitively speaking. So this complaint is justified when the game first launched, but ever since about late 2011, Reach has been pretty competitive, actually, so you can't really make this complaint anymore. So anyway, moving on, we got complaint number 5 here. It wasn't as popular as Halo 3, so people just automatically think it's worse. There's a lot of stupid people out there that think that popularity is everything. If it's more popular, it's better. There's a lot of dumbasses who actually think that. But that's retarded, because if that was true, then Justin Bieber would be the greatest musician of all time. You know, that's really dumb to think that. You got to remember, and I noted a few of these things here. I'm going to list them off. Reach wasn't advertised as much as Halo 3. Reach wasn't hyped up as much as Halo 3. Reach had to come off of a game like ODST. Reach is the 6th game, so a lot of people are kind of Haloed out already. It's the 6th Halo game, you know. Reach is a spin-off and not part of Master Chief's story, so there you go. I already said that. Reach had more 360 games to compete with. Reach at launch wasn't as competitive as Halo 2 and 3. Call of Duty took the spotlight from Halo as the most popular 360 shooting game. Reach really didn't stand a chance at selling as many copies as Halo 3. But it still managed to sell almost as many copies, so, you know, that's pretty good. You know, Reach may be worse than Halo 3 in some ways, but, you know, it's also better in other ways. I mean, there's more content and replay value. You know, it may not have that classic 1 through 50 rank system and ranked playlists, but, you know, to me, that doesn't bother me that much personally because I'm not much of a competitive player. But, you know, I can understand the hardcore Halo players being pissed off about that. But, you know, we also got, like, Forge World and a much better campaign gameplay-wise. Like, come on, nobody likes the level Cortana in Halo 3. Like, nobody likes that level. And, yeah, so we also got sick new modes for multiplayer, like Invasion. Armor customization was better. Firefight mode is better than ODST's firefight mode. So, you know, like, Reach is pretty fucking good, actually. And the sixth reason that the people don't like Halo Reach is because of the lore. They're upset that the story of Halo Reach, the video game, didn't follow Eric Nolan's 2001 book, The Fall of Reach. But this is a stupid-ass complaint, though, and I'm going to explain it. There's three reasons why this is a really dumb-ass complaint. And reason number one is Bungie never followed the books story-wise. They pretty much just did their own story, so why are you people mad all of a sudden with Halo Reach? Like Halo 1, 2, and 3 didn't follow any Halo lore, really. They just sort of did their own thing, and Halo Reach did their own thing too, so like, why are y'all mad that it didn't copy the Fall of Reach book? It's kind of silly. Reason number two is the game came first, not the book. A lot of people don't know that because usually the book comes first and then the movie or the game or whatever, but that's not the case here. In this case, the game came first. Even the writer of the first Halo book, Eric Nolan, he admits this. He said in an interview with HBO, and I'll post a link in the description to prove this, he said that the story of Halo Combat Evolved was more or less finished before his writing even began. So there you go. The story of Halo came from Bungie first, and then writers started doing story stuff for the lore. So why should the game cater to the book? If anything, the book should cater to the game since the game came first. I mean, also, look at how Halo 3 is trying to cater to the books. That's working out really well, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, right. Anyway, and then reason number three is, have these people actually even read the book Fall of Reach? I mean, a lot of it is Spartan children in training and shit. Like, does that sound like it would be fun? Going from playing as a badass Spartan known as the Master Chief to some little kid on an obstacle course who works out at the gym from time to time who's training to be a Spartan. Like, what's the fun in that compared to being a badass who's killing aliens, you know? Like, if the story in Halo Reach followed the book, then half of the game, or at least a third of the game, would be you playing as a little Spartan child doing boring shit, training to become a soldier. Like, that doesn't sound very action-packed and very fun for what we expect from a Halo game. When we play a Halo game, we want to kick some alien ass. We don't want to just be a little kid learning how to grow up and whatever. I mean, the main reason we play Halo is to be a badass who kills alien assholes, you know? So that would make the gameplay and the storyline pretty fucking boring. And also, like, do you really want the story of Halo Reach to be exactly like the fucking book, you know? Because a lot of people already read the book, so they're already going to know how the story goes, so that's pretty lame. With Noble Team added in, like, there's new Spartans, new characters, you don't know exactly how it's going to go down. A lot of people, you know, they complain that the story is weak because you know how it's going to end. But that's not completely true. I mean, you don't know how it's going to end completely. You didn't know June would survive, you know? Like, there were still some things that were surprising about the story. So, whatever. Anyway, that pretty much covers why people hate Reach. Like I said, most of those reasons aren't very good reasons to hate the game. Unlike Halo 5, which is lacking split screen, among many other things, and it feels like a Call of Duty title with a horrible storyline and atrocious microtransactions. Like, that's a reason to hate a game right there. But the reasons people hate on Halo Reach is pretty weak reasons, actually. So, anyway, that pretty much sums up this video. Alrighty. I'm tired. I think I'm going to take a nap. Alright, that's it. See ya.